Hey, welcome, good night. I wanted to show you a little bit about my studio. It's a disaster zone, but come on in with me. For a really long time, I was into sewing, and so I have all my costumes, I have all of my fabric and the patterns and the ribbon and the trims and the laces, and there is really not much room left to create. I've got my sewing machine up, even though I haven't sewn almost 2 years now, which is really odd because I had so much fun doing it before. But this room is so full, it is nigh impossible to get anything done in here. My ADHD part of me loves collecting everything just in case I'll use it, and some of it is kind of organized. I've got a box of stickers organized by category, and I've got some of my newer stickers over there in that cute little thing I found on sale. But I can't create in here. And lately I've moved to the mixed media art journaling area. And a lot of that is on paper, and I find I need space to do it, and this is full. Also, battling depression, when I close my door, sometimes I get peace, sometimes I get banging children at the edge of it, needing attention. When I close that door, I start to feel even more cut off, more sad, more lonely. And so I end up taking one of my boxes. We'll see what's in this one. Now I've got a lot of paper out there today. Ooh, this box. I take one or two of my boxes and I head out to the kitchen table. I'll meet you there. The kitchen table is the place where I can have space to create to my heart's content. And I've kind of set up a little mobile station over here with some washi tape, buckets that I found to hook on there with some markers and pencils and Inktense things and paintbrushes and glue sticks and random collage papers. Now, I'll usually pull out another chair over here and set up some of my tubs if I know I'm going to be working from these. And this has a bunch of fun die cuts and stuff in it, along with different kind of art mediums. And this is the place where I can sit. Evening is the time I do this. On weekdays for sure. Evening is the only quiet time I get. See if I can stretch and set you guys up here. Ha ha! There we go. I would love to spend quiet time in the morning, opening up my Bible and studying. My brain doesn't work that way. I've tried. I need every second of sleep I get in the morning. I don't sleep well at night. So nighttime, my husband goes into his den and does his computer typey thing. The kid is asleep. I get to relax. I was talking with a friend earlier this week and just trying to figure out when and how to create, wanting to get stuff down, out the emotions that we keep bottled up, and just to get them out. And I have a couple different ways that I do that. One of them is my journal. This is, paper's falling. Not unusual for me. This is my journal from yesterday. You can see a lot of the things that I did. A lot of the morning was filled up with errands, and then I got to go have fun with my kid and some friends, and I have not had the brain power to write it down yet. But the really quick, easy throwing the design on the paper will let me come back later and do it. Same thing here. This was just a random, 3 days worth of stuff that we did. And so I can look at the page and remember, oh, I got my guitar out after 15, 20 years of not playing it. Realized it was horribly untuned and broke a string trying to tune it. did a new type of art form. And sometimes I go back later and fill out the page. A lot of time it is just scrappy stuff. Sometimes it makes a picture. Oh, there's another blank one. Sometimes it doesn't. And that's okay. Oh, there's my kitty. We had a brand new kitty come and try to die in our backyard, but we saved it. And it is so super cute. So sometimes it's drawing, it's writing stuff out. Sometimes I really don't have much to do, and so I just stick to one or two things I have. And that still helps me remember what I've done, where I've been, and what I want to write about it. And in here, I use all sorts. If it can be glued down, stuck down, taped down, it is free game. So this is paint and marker and washi tape and plastic die cuts and fancy stickers. And at that point, I can just look at it and tell you exactly what was happening. A friend gave me these for my birthday that week. I found some of this washi tape for another friend because it has themes that she likes. And I was working on my mermaid painted jeans with those paints. That's where I record some of my dreams, my prayers, my praises, my worries. It's my journal. And a little bit of scrapbooking and journaling goes in along with it. The other book I've started doing, and I found this thanks to Kim Pepper and her, what did she call it? Did I write it down here? Faith Fest. Faith Fest is what she called it. And she had a bunch of different artists all focus on one verse with their style and what they got out of it. And so it was so much fun meeting different artists online, trying their different techniques. This one is from Jenna. Did I write it down? I'm still trying to remember everybody's names. Yeah, Jenna Byrne. And from her, I learned that she did something called Encounters in Color. And so I followed along with that one. And each one is different. And some of it I journal on top. Some of it is just the Bible verse. Sometimes there's hidden things. And it's just a fun way to scribble. From the picture, you probably can't tell that all of this blue is journaling. I just wrote and scribbled my heart out on top of each other, messy writing as much as I could all over the page. And then when I was gluing things down, the moisture in the glue blurred those together because I used a water-soluble marker, and it's journaling. And then I do the picture that that artist was talking about. This one was inspired by a collage artist, and I did not write her name down. I'd have to go back and look at it. So just an encouragement, whatever works for you, to sit down and spend just a little bit of time getting your emotions, your prayers, your thoughts, your worries, your anxieties, your hopes and dreams and futures out from being bottled up, because they like to explode when they're bottled for too long, and into some form of something creative. God is an amazing creator. He didn't just make tree. He didn't just make pine tree, but the redwoods and the Jeffrey pines and the lodgepole pines, and my brain's going blank because it's late. Sit and breathe in God's peace, his love for you, however it works best for you. Whether it be in a makeshift mobile station, kitchen counter. I have a very tiny mobile station in my purse. I always have a handful of pens and markers. And I was very sad this last time I pulled it out searching for it. I could not find my glue stick. But that's okay. I went back in my journal and I wrote and caught up on some of the things when my kid was jumping around on the trampolines. Little bit of encouragement. I hope you have a great rest of the week, catching up with God however you can do it. Make it yours. All right? Have fun, and I will see you later. Bye.